Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to Building Kashyyyk in LEGO. Now this is my journey to build the most accurate and large-scale version of the Battle of Kashyyyk from Revenge of the Sith, episode 3. Now in 10 weeks, we have made a lot of awesome progress. The past 2 weeks, I had to take a break. I've been out of town recently, but this week we're starting back up with the water. We're actually got all the water pieces, so we're gonna do the ocean, as well as build a lot more of the tree, as you see right behind me. But real quick, I want to announce that if you want more behind the scenes coverage, like exclusive videos, helping me with my future MOC series and even this MOC, as well as I'm planning my new MOC series coming up in the future. So you get to be involved in that planning to every little bit of detail. I'll be putting polls down, all sorts of stuff. So you want to be a part of that. And all my behind the scenes preparations, just like I did for this MOC, because this took months behind me, planning all the pieces and everything and all sorts of fun stuff. Then I just launched my new membership. So if you want to be part of the journey of building awesome LEGO Star Wars MOCs and other things we're going to do for the channel, a lot of fun new things like live streams, all sorts of stuff, come to the channel, become a squad leader down below. If y'all want to be a part of that, I really would be thankful. Without further ado, guys, let's get into Building Kashyyyk week 10. Let's get it. So one of the main goals we're going to be doing this week is, of course, the entire ocean scene, which we have actually had these sand green plates on since the very beginning of week 1, getting ready for this moment to finally fill out the massive ocean scene. Of course, we have all the beach here, where they have a lot more minifigures on the way actually to fill that entire thing out, as well as we're waiting on some more plates and stuff for that actual swamp portion of the MOC that y'all really wanted to do. But first, before we even think about that, let's get some parts before we can finally build that entire ocean section, which we have right here. For this, I finally got my massive order of 7,000 tile pieces. These are the black translucent tile pieces that will give a kind of a darker look, which that Kashyyyk water definitely captures. It's not like bright blue. It's not any of those things that people have used in the past. It's definitely a darker color, like murky. Then as well, we have a order here of these really cool dark green kind of wedges. And then the big one is 2,000 pieces of these dark green 2x4 plates. That'll be perfect for the swamp section / forest section in the back of the MOC. So I'm really excited. It's actually overwhelming my entire bin there, but that's where exactly we'll go, and we'll get started on that more next week. But first, I want to show y'all all the pieces I'm going to be using for our water section, just to give y'all an idea of my plan here. So I have a bunch of different translucent clear pieces for that, and then translucent black pieces, of course, I showed y'all for the main water section. Now, before I add all the rest of the tile onto the sand green plate, I want to give y'all a look of how this kind of lays out. And I really am liking the way this looks. Like, it really captures the essence of the beaches of Kashyyyk. And then as well as there's the shoreline, which I did way back in week 1. I kind of give you an idea of where the splashes of the wave using the plates. But before we even do anything with the actual tiling, we need to figure out where all of our Corp and Alliance tanks will be, because there's going to be all different splashes and stuff that we're going to need to put a lot more detail. So I'm trying to figure out exactly where I want to put all, I think 6 or 8. I have to kind of calculate that, but I think there's going to be at least 6 or 7 Corp and Alliance tanks in the MOC, which is pretty cool. Which I have a lot more to build, obviously. But here is the kind of rough layout of how big the little structures will be for the actual waves. And they'll kind of flow out to the side, just as I did right here. I kind of made it look like it's kind of splashing up the air. I'm going to have to put a little bit more work, because I kind of ran out of the kind of translucent or clear plates. So I'm going to have to do more work on that. But I'm really liking how you can just kind of plop your Corp and Alliance tanks in, and I just still need to do some work on the bottom, but overall I really like the effect of how it's kind of splashing up, just giving a rough layout of how that is going to turn out, which I'm really enjoying that so far. But with that being said, I really think it's time to fill out as much as we can this week of the water with all our new black translucent tile, which is going to look epic. Let's go, guys. after a little while of working, I have made a lot of really cool progress on the actual ocean. And as you see here, I have the Corcoran's Alliance tanks ready to go with all the different splashes of waves out there. And if I come out here, you can kind of see more of what I've done. I absolutely not filled it up all the way, obviously, and I'm waiting on different orders to fill in the other sand green portions, but I'm really liking how this is looking for like the darker water sections with multiple different splashes of water, as you see right here, with different like laser blasts hitting the water, making different explosions, and then as well having a spider droid actually come out of the water, as you do see in one of the scenes in Revenge of the Sith, kind of halfway sticking his head out, almost coming all the way through. And then this spider droid over here is gonna be like halfway coming out with his legs coming up on the front part and his back legs still being in the water. So I think that is gonna look really nice. I etched out this extra portion of where the other Corporate Alliance tank will be. Need to get some more of these translucent plates here, if I can do that. And then on this side, you actually see I put one of these droid carriers, because there's going to be two different droid carriers when are here, and probably another one on that side that'll be carrying some droid reinforcements that'll be hovering in over the water. So there won't be any splashes, because I'm going to have it kind of slightly hovering over the water when the MOC is totally finished. But as you can see from afar, it is just looking super, super cool. Finally getting some water progress done. But now it's time to keep working on the water to my best of my ability, what I have the pieces so far. Obviously not gonna be finishing up this part just yet, still waiting on that order, but let's finish up this area and then also continue the work on more of the water over here. Now I've continued to work a little bit more on the water section to the best of my ability, at least for the parts that I have at the moment. I finished up this kind of right corner, and then again I left this spot open here because there's gonna be another Corporate Alliance tank here, and I need to get more of these pieces so I can totally fill this spot out and make sure I'm not like overlapping in any way. And then we're definitely gonna, when I get those other plates and stuff, we're gonna be filling up this entire section over here. And then we're gonna go all the way over here where I did a lot more water work on this side. And then of course this whole area over here needs to be filled up with even more of the sand grain plate where we can actually get it all watered up. But I'm really loving how this turned out, and it's looking really, really cool with the water actually finally coming into play with all the different splashes and spider droids and Corporate Alliance tanks that are gonna be running through the water up onto the battlefield here. We have, again, I put a couple of spider droids up here, just kind of give you a reference how that is going to look. Now that I have completed a lot of the water, I think it's time to continue to work on the tree, since we have a lot of work still to do for the tree, building it up higher and higher. So I'm gonna get back to work on kind of figuring out how I'm gonna slope this up this direction and then continuing to build the other side of the tree and getting it level. So it's been a little bit now, and I have also made a lot of progress on the tree section, just trying to get it even with the rest of the tree. And as we come up here, you can see what I have done, and we kind of scale out and see how much this tree is coming together, and it's just looking so cool, especially with the doorway here, with the scale of the Wookiees, and how it's just getting more even now with the platforms on that side of the tree. As you come up from the beach right here, you can see the scale that it's kind of coming together, and I'm really loving how that is looking. Just the amount of pieces I've used on this so far, and it's not nearly done, and we still have tons of work to do. So now the next plan is, you see we've worked on those platforms right there in the previous week. Well, we need to make even more platforms on this level as well, as you see right here from my little book here. So we need to make one right here, right above this doorway, and then continue them going this way. And there's gonna be a super large one, kind of like a hangar bay of sorts, that's gonna be at the very end point of the kind of rooted piece. When it comes up, that's will be the main, like, very large platform. So really excited about that. But I'll be honest with you guys, building this tree and everything is just becoming very monotonous and just kind of getting boring at moments. But luckily we're getting to the platforms where I'm going to eventually build up these little doorways in such a better design. This is just kind of give me an idea of what it's going to look like, and also order pieces that get this circle shaped all in reddish brown. So that's going to be really cool. But yeah, it's taking a lot of time just to build this tree, which is to be expected for the scale that I want to build it. But when I'm done, I know I'm going to really enjoy the look of it, especially looking out over the main beach area, which, as you can see, we've done a lot of cool work on the beach in the past couple weeks. And of course the water with the darker tile really giving it that depth look, and the Corporate Alliance tank looking sick in that position. And I have to build 6 more of them, so that's gonna be a fun part. I do have a spider droid just chilling there for reference, but for next week we're definitely gonna be starting and finishing the swamp slash forest area on the back side of the MOC here, and then actually totally renovating this portion of the MOC, trying to get a cool gradient of like the swamp forest area into the tree area, kind of sculpting it all the way over here. So that's what we'll be doing next week for sure, and then finishing up the entire water section for the beach, and then Waterburger Cup, gotta love it. But that's gonna be it for this week, guys. I know not too much progress, but trust me, a lot of more progress is gonna be done for building Kashyyyk. So that's gonna do it. I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.